Hello, Aquarius. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot. This is what you don't see coming for the week of November 9th, 2025. I believe your reading for last week was something to the effect of you and another individual, like exchanging emotions or something like that towards one another. Just keep in mind that energy is fluid and some of that could bleed over into this week. As for this reading, I have set the intention of this reading to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. So if you have Aquarius in any of those placements, odds are there's a little message in this reading for you. Also, keep in mind that this is a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that do not fully resonate. And if that happens, don't get upset. It just means that that one message is meant for someone else watching. So take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't, and be sure to check out your other placements. With all of that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Aquarius collective now for Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Aquarius not see coming for the week of November 9th, 2025? What do they not see coming? One more shuffle here. Thank you. What do you not see coming? Screenshot. Getting evidence, proof, facts. Bottom of the deck, running. Okay. Tell me more about this. Screenshot, getting evidence, proof, facts. For Aquarius, why is this something they don't see coming this week? For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Why is screenshot they don't see coming this week? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out of the deck, we have the Magician, followed by the Two of Wands, the Three of Swords, and the Fool. At the bottom of the deck, we have Page of Cups, Ten of Wands, and the Hierophant. That leaves the Nine of Swords, Nine of Cups, Three of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. The first couple of cards that come out in a reading are typically the ones of the querent, meaning the individual that I'm reading for. So in this respect, this would be you. The Magician to the Two of Wands. It's like you're manifesting not for a way forward in a particular situation, environment, or connection. I feel like you're trying to manifest, should you move forward, or how do you move forward? Because the Two of Wands is an individual who's at a Y point, and they don't know if they want to leave something behind in order to move forward. So I feel what you're trying to manifest here is clarity. And I think why you're trying to manifest clarity to know what direction to go in is because it's heartbreaking. It's a heartbreaking decision for you. It's almost like you're looking for divine intervention to tell you what you should do in terms of the Fool, right? This like new beginning here. So what is it here? Tell me more about the Magician to the Two of Wands. I feel like you're trying to manifest clarity. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Magician and the Two of Wands is clarified by the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Moon. Yeah, you're not sure what decision to make here. Bottom of the deck, Five of Wands. This could be internal conflict that you're having, but it also could be conflict you're having with another individual. Like one of you wants to do one thing and the other one of you wants to wants to go in another direction. And I feel like the getting evidence is not so much like actual screenshot. I feel like you're getting evidence, like you're looking for proof, you're looking for facts, you're looking for clarity, you're looking for source to tell you in what direction to take this inspired action because you're stalled out. I don't want to sit at the wine point. I want to know whether I'm going down the path A or path B, but I'm stalled out in the Knight of Pentacles because of some fears or doubts or insecurities. And this could very well put you at odds with another individual. Three of Swords. Why is this such a difficult or heartbreaking decision for you? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Three of Swords clarified by the Six of Wands, the Seven of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. Well, it's heartbreaking for you because, one, you don't know which direction will give you the success or victory that you're seeking. You're also afraid that you could miss out on an opportunity or sabotage an opportunity here. So I can see why you're stuck. Hangman, you're trying to get, look at that. That's exactly what I was saying. Hangman, the Star, and the Five of Wands. Because of this internal conflict, it's almost like you're looking up to the heavens and you're asking for, just tell me what to do. Just tell me what decision to make. Do I move? Do I not move? Do I leave this relationship? Do I stay in it? Do I move towards this relationship? Do I exit it? You know, do I start my own business? Do I stay employed for someone else? You're looking for a sign. That Page of Swords, like, just tell me. Just tell me what to do. Yeah, you're looking to the heavens, the universe, God, whatever that entity is, to give you some guidance. You don't want to miss out on an opportunity. You don't want to sabotage an opportunity. You also don't want to make the wrong decision. Fool card. Tell me a little bit more about what it is here that you are contemplating. Tell me more about what Aquarius is contemplating. Yeah, you don't know whether, like, what direction to run in with that running card, right? Do I go left? Do I go right? Do I run towards this person, place, or thing? Do I run away from this person, place, or thing? What is this? The Fool card. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Fool is clarified by the Four of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Strength card. Bottom of the deck, Death. This would be a big change in your life, right? Death and rebirth. Eight of Cups. You would have to walk away from something. You would have to walk away from something, obviously, right? If you have a decision to make, A or B, you're going to have to leave A to go towards B, or you're going to have to leave B to go towards A. And there's a feeling here of, I don't want it to be a missed opportunity, but I also don't want to live with a life of regrets. Five of Cups. It's like, Lord, give me the strength to figure out what direction I should be going in. You have communication here from an individual. Page of Cups, Ten of Wands, and the Hierophant. First, tell me about the Page of Cups. Tell me about that Page of Cups energy. One more shuffle here. Thank you. High Priestess, Four of Pentacles, and Temperance. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. I feel like this is the energy of an individual who does want to work with you or collaborate with you. However, this person is lacking patience when it comes to this decision that you need to make. And I want to say with that High Priestess of the Four of Pentacles, they've been holding this in for a while. This person has been harboring some level of resentment or some level of, I heard disdain, but I don't think it's disdain. I think it's more like it's turning into, they've been holding in for a while. It's almost a feeling of resentment because it's taking you so long to make this decision. Look, let's say I'm speaking to an Aquarius where you are currently employed and you have, you know, put out your applications and resumes and you made it your job to find another job. And then another job opportunity comes along. And now you're like sitting around going, I don't know if I'm going to take it. Well, the job that offered you this new position, right, the new job, they're growing restless. They're growing impatient. They don't know if they should just, you know, retract or withdraw their offer in the, you know, during the week of November 9th. They don't know if they should pull it off the table. They're losing patience. But they're keeping a lot of it to themselves. Page of Cups, they're only telling you a little bit of the emotions that they're feeling in respect to your lack of movement or your lack of decision making. They're trying to be patient, but they're starting to run out of patience. Ten of Wands. Why is this a burden for this person? This person is becoming restless by your indecision. And I think they too are looking for evidence or proof or something that you are accepting their offer, right? Because the Page of Cups is making you this offer. So while you're trying to get some kind of evidence or proof or clarity from source about, you know, whether or not to accept it or what direction to go in, this person is trying to gather some evidence or proof or facts from you to determine whether or not you want to accept this offer. And the weight is becoming quite burdensome for this person. Why is that? One more shuffle. Thank you. 8 of Cups. Death card. Rebirth. 7 of Cups. They're confused. King of Swords. Here you are. This person is confused. They don't know whether to withdraw their offer and walk away, or is there a chance that they can birth or rebirth this connection or this opportunity with you? And the weight of not knowing is becoming emotionally oppressive for this person. 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups, 10 of Wands. The Hierophant. I feel like this is the entity that's waiting. Like the Hierophant could be your spouse. It could be someone who wants to marry you. This could be a community group that you're part of. It very well could be a job. But this entity is growing impatient with you. They're confused by your action, more particularly your lack of action. They also think that you're stubborn. Like you know what to do. Or like, why did you apply for the job then if you weren't going to take it? That's kind of the feeling. Why did you get involved in this relationship if you don't want long-term commitment? Why, I don't know, why did you make an offer on a house now if you don't want to move? Like, I don't know, maybe you're looking to buy a property and you've made an offer and the seller now has accepted and you're not like going through, you're stalling on the sale, on the purchase. And the seller's like, hello, like, I'm a bit confused. Are you going to buy my house or not? Do we just cancel this contract? Tell me about the Hierophant energy here. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Hierophant is clarified by the 6 of Pentacles, the King of Swords, there you are again, and the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, Queen of Swords. Are we going to do this or not? There needs to be a discussion. This entity wants a discussion about whether or not you're going to accept their offer, move in their direction, invest in the relationship. Do you want a higher level of commitment? Are you going to purchase their home? Are you making a deposit? There's something here that at some point in time you wanted, it was presented to you, or you thought about it, you manifested it, because our thoughts can become our reality. So now it's here, and you seem to be at this crossroads like, well, I don't know if I want it. And the entity that has offered it to you is like, do I withdraw that? Do I take this off the table? Like, are we going to do this or not? So Aquarius, you're stalling here this week. Queen of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. This person wants to have a conversation with you. So is the conversation happening? Is a conversation happening this week? Tell me about that. Is a conversation happening this week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Tower, it is, because I should have said it ahead of time. Whenever I ask a direct question and I'm looking for yes or no, an ace or a major arcana card would be a yes. So yes, Tower. There is an unexpected conversation about what are you doing here? Or, what are we doing with this offer? Tell me about the Tower. Tell me about this conversation. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The conversation. The Page of Wands. The King of Cups. And the Hermit. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. What is the truth? Do you want this? Do you not want this? Are we on the same page or not? Are you accepting my offer? The King of Cups is holding the Ace of Cups, which the Page had offered you at some point in the past. So this is a conversation to try to discover the truth from you about whether or not you want to move forward with whatever or whomever this is. Ace of Swords, 4 of Wands, Justice. Yeah, 3 of Cups. Are we going to do this or not? Are you buying this home? Are we getting married? Are you accepting this job? Let's get you 3 cards of advice. A little short and sweet here this week for you, Aquarius. Just looks like a conversation about an offer that was made to you or will be made to you in the week ahead. And you seem to be confused here about whether or not you want to accept it. Can we get 3 cards of advice here for Aquarius, please? How to deal with this? Okay, we have the 8 of Swords. That's interesting. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 8 of Swords, Ace of Cups, and the 2 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Empress, the World, and the Ace of Pentacles. And the Star card. Go for the new. If you're looking for a sign about whether or not you should move towards this new opportunity, the Ace of Cups, which this King/Queen here offered you back there in the Page. then the answer is yes, to accept it. The Empress would be to give birth, to give life, to close out the old chapter, like finally make your decision and move towards the new, because it is your wish fulfillment. And despite any internal reservations that you have, Eight of Wands is telling you to move forward. You're not as trapped as you think you are. Eight of Swords, if you really looked at this all for opportunity, you would realize the entrapment. Like, you feel stuck, but you're not stuck. It's all mental. Eight of Swords. And I'm not saying that you don't have valid reason to be nervous or cautious, but your mind is making this life transition worse than what it actually is. This actually is a golden opportunity for you. So there's something here for you to consider in that Two of Pentacles. At some point you asked for this opportunity, this offer, this person, this job, whatever this is. And it's here for you now. Can we get advice for how Aquarius can deal with that Eight of Swords? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Page of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and the Six of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Three of Wands. Again, I go back to, this is something at some point in time that you asked for. At some point in time in your history, you asked that if this opportunity came along, or if I was ever in this position, or if someone ever made me an offer, or if I ever met that kind of person, I would move forward with it. I would move forward if the opportunity presented itself to me. You made this wish at some point in the past, and the opportunity is here. So it's yours for the taking, and it's also yours for the losing. Three of Wands, Nine of Cups, the Chariot. If you were to move forward and accept that cup, Knight of Cups, you would actually be very happy. For some of you, this is in regards to a move, or moving towards a job, maybe even changing career paths, or moving towards a love partner. But there's something here that there is victory, and there is success, and there is emotional contentment. So how do you get out of the Eight of Swords? Just remember that at some point in time you said, if I ever found myself in this position, I would do blank. I would move. I would relocate. If I found an individual who checked off all these boxes, I'd marry them in a heartbeat. If I had the opportunity to change industries or start my own business, I would do it in a heartbeat. The heartbeat is here. The situation is here. That one day, if I'm ever in blank and I get blank, I'm going to go towards it. The day has arrived. And that's how you can get out of the Eight of Swords. Just remember that at some point in the past, you said that if you ever got to this Y point, if you ever had to make this decision, you knew which one you would make. You would downsize. You would relocate. You would exit this connection. You would enter this connection. You know what I mean? You would launch your own business. So just remind yourself of that in the week ahead, that you wanted this opportunity at some point in time. You manifested this. I know you're manifesting for clarity, but your clarity is to remember that you manifested this opportunity. That is what I have for you for the week ahead, Aquarius. If you liked any of those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. Hype this video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.